What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 8 of my Chelsea Football Manager 2017 story. So the previous episode is where we really got back on track, winning 3 games in a row. My first episode, I won all games, and against teams I really did need to beat. See, Everton, Arsenal and Bournemouth, they are still around those positions, but we are closer to them now. And you do know we do have the easier games coming up and a lot at home. Burnley next, their last only won the one game so far this season in the league. Then at home against Middlesbrough, Sunderland, Southampton and Swansea. But again, we'll do 3 games, so Burnley, Middlesbrough and Sunderland. Hopefully that's a good episode length for you. Should be between 25 minutes and 30 minutes for most episodes, so hopefully that is a good length for you guys. But we will head into the game. We do have some transfer and contracts advice. The advice for Ivanovic is to attempt to deter recent transfer interest from other clubs. I'm still unsure whether to offer him a contract. It's a hard one. I'm thinking about letting him go. Even though he's had a decent season, he is 32 years old and going to be 33 in February. So leave your thoughts and your feedback on that in the comments. Should we offer him a new contract or just let him go for the free, on a free, because he is on 80k per week. And it looks like Leicester City have already had a manager change. Pioli has come in, so that's big for Leicester City after winning the Premier League in the previous season. You can see they're in the relegation zone, so they needed to change it up. Like, I'll feel bad. Like, it won't feel right if Leicester City get relegated, because obviously I don't think they would in real life. That would be really unrealistic after how they performed last season. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing to see them performing. Like, I'd like to see them fight their way out of it and stay up this season, have them still in the Premier League. But there may be a couple players we could poach. Maybe Riyad Mahrez. There would only be maybe a couple, but he's probably right up there. We'll get him on the short list. So thinking now, I almost changed my mind. Like, I hope they do get relegated, so maybe I could get him at a cheaper price. And also, we'll go to Leicester City, see if they have anyone else. Jamie Vardy, but he's a weird age, like 29. It's interesting. He's still very quick, can finish, but he's had a poor season. Oh, he's been okay, but he hasn't completely smashed in goals like he did in real life. He's definitely not going to reach the 24 in the league. So, yeah, definitely, I think those two guys, obviously, Vardy and Mahrez are 2 of the best players in the team, so we'll keep tabs on them. And even if they have a really poor season anyway, they'll want to leave. So, I would imagine they would. But even more so if they get relegated. So Diego Costa is going to be missing. He'll return to training in 2 days, so he should be back for the next game, I like to think. Because, Batu A, he is performing pretty well at the minute, but he's going to start getting tired if he's playing every single game right now. Willian's going to come on left wing, missing Hazard, and also Pedro, 93% condition. But this will be the team we go in with, and mentality for all these upcoming games against teams he should be beating will be on attacking. And with Ivanovic playing at right back, we'll play him in the role that suits him, defensive fullback, even though we are playing on attacking. That's probably a good balance as well. Janobi Mikel, another chance for himself to prove his worth to the team. Let's get into the first game. And you can see the formation that Burnley are playing. Defensive 4-4-1-1 with 2 defensive midfielders. It doesn't look like they're trying to win. Well, they'll hit us on the counter, but we should be able to attack them. They will allow us to do that with them sitting back. So we've got to take advantage of the style they're playing, I suppose. And we will say expect nothing but a win from this match. And now Marcus Alonso, throw in Willian. Fabregas, early goal could be on here, and not surprising. A team like us who are really dominating right now in Burnley, who just can't buy a win, really. It's a bit unlucky for them, because I was thinking they can't buy a win, like the saying, but like a big team like us, we can buy good players, but yeah, Burnley really can't. And also playing John Terry, giving him a go. He is the captain, don't forget. I'll play him here and there when we need to rotate, especially when we hopefully get into Europe in the following season. I'd like to think at least Europa League minimum, but would I keep my job? Don't really know. We should offer him a new contract, though. Just for example, if we go to... we can just... But if we offer this new contract, he'll want more, actually, when he's on 50k right now. So we'll probably just go for the contract renewal. So hopefully we'll be able to just do that without any problems. But you can see we're controlling this game. Oh, Courtois couldn't save it. Well, that's a bit disappointing. I hate when I concede goals like that. I've conceded them in the past in Football Manager. They seem to be in the same style as well, where the goalkeeper, he can't control it, and it just goes down to a player from the opposition and they tap it in. Oh, it's in the same style, those goals as well. That's annoying. And especially a goalkeeper like Courtois. Like, he should be saving those, really. But we need to get the goal back now, 100%. Fabregas, Kante, could he get another goal? Oh my god. Kante, 4th goal of the season. He's really hitting his straps now, performing well. And he's only got like 10 finishing. And you saw there, we moved up into 5th. We're putting the pressure on teams above us. But that's a really tight angle to finish from. You don't see many goals from an angle like that. Normally, they just hit it near post and the goalkeeper saves it and it goes out for a corner. Okay, it does look like we're going to go into halftime 2-1. So that is pretty good. 2 goals from Kante and then 2 assists from Cesc Fabregas, who is ever improving. He didn't start so well to the season, but yeah, getting a good role now. Like the whole team, to be honest, playing well, playing good football. I'm happy with the performance. Keep it up. And thinking about a substitution now, Marcos Alonso, he's on a yellow card, low condition, and low rating as well, not having the best of games. So let's see if we can actually do a substitution here. I think just, yeah, Azpilicueta will come on left back, just a simple substitution like that. And then also with the mentality, again, we'll go control, and then a lower tempo and the shorter passing, work the ball into the box and retain possession. We'll go with those changes and hopefully we can just see the game out, but I'd like to score another goal at the same time. But I feel, yeah, just control possession for a bit at this point in the game. Because we actually haven't dominated them. We haven't dominated Burnley here today. And then just a couple more substitutions. Cesc Fabregas to come off. And we'll bring on... we'll bring on Van Ginkel, actually. Because he needs some game time to get some match sharpness into him. I'm not sure about his future at the club, though. Because of his age, 24... yeah, he's not going to improve massively. That's my big concern, and he's not absolutely like an amazing player right now. He's good, but is he that Champions League level? I don't think so. Right now, he'll just be good for rotations, not a key starting player. There's definitely a difference between, yeah, Fabregas's quality and his quality, so that's clear to see. And then maybe a central midfield change. We'll bring on Chalobah. I know he's a younger guy, but I feel we need to just, yeah, give him some game time in this situation. And best role as well, deep play and playmaker. It's just the role ability is 2-star because of actually his rating, because he's not the best player. He's still a young guy coming up. But what a game it was from N'Golo Kante. Probably one of his best, scoring 2 goals. Because he does have the low finishing, like I mentioned. Hasn't scored so many, but he can show that he can finish well on his day at least. Got some power in his shots. Despite, yeah, the lack of actually accuracy, I suppose, of his finishing with the 10 finishing. But we're just playing this game out now. We almost stuffed it up there a little bit. So this is not our best performance, but we're having to rotate the team a little bit as well. So I'm happy with the rotations we needed to make. We can still get the win. Again, I'm not going to get too excited about the performance. But again, it was just a nice win to get 3 points, and we'll take those in the bag. But you can see a lot of teams around us have to play their game, so we may go down a few positions. And guys, like I mentioned, Kante's finishing, it's 10, so it was surprising to see him score 2 goals, and right now he enjoys the team style of play. That's what I wanted. I want a style of play that is fun, like for the players to enjoy, and obviously I like that, and you guys would like that in terms of watching it. But obviously when you're winning, most of the time it is an enjoyable style of play. Haha, look at that. Klopp sacked by Liverpool. Who's laughing now? So guys, it looks like we have an offer in for Ivanovic. Let's see what it is. I think we'll take it because his contract is running out, and honestly I was feeling though to let him go when his contract runs out. Even had an option to renew his contract, but I don't feel we shall. Even if we increase maybe 1.5 million. Suggest terms. Okay, 1.3. So it was better than accepting at 1 million. I think that's as much as they will offer. I'll just say his contract runs out soon, and at least we get some money for him. Honestly, with the teams that were interested in him, I just thought, yeah, they're going to wait until his contract runs out. But obviously, yeah, Los Angeles, they want him right now. He's still got some very strong attributes, to be fair, but he's also got some lower areas. I notice his marking is only 13. He's a bit slower now as well. Keep that in mind. And we have other centre-backs to bring through, younger guys and younger guys in the first team. Someone like a Kurt Zuma and Christensen next year. And I think Ivanovic has to pave the way for that. And now we have got the game against Middlesbrough. This is very, very important because there's high expectations. There's pressure on us to win this game. Like all these easier games. Southampton's, that's still probably going to be a bit tricky. But yeah, still Middlesbrough and Sunderland, these are games. Against Burnley as well. These are the games we're really expected to win. So we just go into the team now. You can see Diego Costa. He's going to make the subs bench. If we are winning the game, we can bring him on. Just give him some game time. And again, I'm wondering when that bad morale, when he's going to stop being unhappy because we're pushing up the table. Thinks the club is underachieving. Like, if we keep going, we're not going to be in an underachieving position. But at the same time, it says in the positives, we'll strive to help the club improve its league position. So regardless of his morale, like, he still wants to perform well. So that is interesting at the same time. But this is definitely, yeah, one of our strongest teams. So we'll get into the game now. And kind of similarly to the last game, Middlesbrough, they're probably going to look to be on the counter. You can see they've got a lot of numbers in midfield and only Negredo up front. I feel as though he's going to lack a lot of support. They're going to need Fisher and Traore to really push forward on the counters to score. But I think we can deal with them. Negredo has a bit of an injury as well, so potential thigh injury. So I think we should be okay. Saying that now, maybe, yeah, we'll have a bad game and he'll score goals. Who knows what will happen. Again, yeah, I fully expect you to keep our run going and win this match. There's a lot more to come from you. Well, saying that, I don't think there's much more we could do in the last month or so. We're performing our best. Fabregas, Kante, Matic, Azpilicueta, Matic, Kante, Pedro. Oh, they get in the way. You can tell they are really sitting back. And Negredo, so he's their most attacking player, striker, and he's pretty deep. But this is what I meant, Adama Traore. They need the wingers to get forward. But Gary Cahill clears very well. Batshuayi cuts across the ball to Oscar. Not the first time we've done that season. This season, I should say. Not the first time we have done that this season. And that's just the pace, really. Batshuayi and then Oscar all by himself. Just an easy pass into the back of the net at the end of the day. And again, hat-trick in 16 minutes. How about that against Southampton? So that gives me confidence for the game coming up against Southampton. Defense doesn't look very good at all. But Aguero is quality. Pedro, again, passing across. We're doing that with ease right now. Especially against the poorer defenses like Middlesbrough. And Fabregas into Pedro with his pace, knocking it forward so he can get that space to get the cross into Oscar. And Oscar is just reaping the benefits of that. He's the one getting the goals, getting on the end of it. Where he's had a really massive season. And Liverpool look to be doing very poorly after Klopp getting fired. Look to be facing another defeat. Southampton get a goal back. But that's going to be it for the first half. Again, pretty solid first half. And also, for these kind of games, do you still want to see them? I suppose with how this season has gone, I'll say, yeah, keep focused here. Only Oscar is demotivated because, yeah, he had a good game. That's not going to change. I did want to praise him, to be honest, because, yeah, he did get the 2 goals. But, yeah, these kind of games in the future, do you want to see these games, or should I play, like, easier games off camera? But the thing is how this season started, like, there was no easier games. That's the thing. But anyway, Azpilicueta. But I like kind of recording every single games. I think I'll find a good style in this where I do 3 games every episode live. So we'll still get to the season fairly quickly, and we won't have that feeling of rushing it like people who do play off camera. And my lower league series I'll probably do at some point. That will be in that style, so I can obviously get to the Premier League and all that good stuff. But we're playing amazingly right now. I'm so glad I turned it around, so this can actually be a long-term series. We need to continue the form, of course, because we still have expectations to win the Premier League and reach the final of the FA Cup. To be honest, we have to win the FA Cup to kind of make up for... Really, we're not going to win the Premier League this season. I feel we're too far behind. And we push up to 4th now, so this is a massive win for us. We just need to... Or a result for us so far. Anything happen, don't forget. Middlesbrough have to turn their style around. Yeah, N'Golo Kante, I just feel we're going to bring on John Obi Mikel, and we will play with another deep lane playmaker. Actually, we'll change Matic to a central midfielder on support. That's his kind of secondary role we play when we bring on Mikel to play that role. So I don't feel it's beneficial playing at least 2 deep lane playmakers on defend duty. Maybe one could be defend, one support, but nah, this is going to be alright for now. No one else's conditions are too low, but Fabregas, yeah, he's not having a killer game, and we'll just, yeah, substitute him out and get more game time into Van Ginkel, actually. And leave your thoughts on Van Ginkel. Should I keep him, or should I eventually sell him and bring a better player in for the rotation purposes, of course? Because I do think we could probably get a better player. He's solid. But again, we've had a great game here. We've only had the 6 shots on target, but 5 clear-cut chances. So that's real. We haven't had so many like shots in total, so that's a good thing. The chances that we are creating are really good because we've had 5 clear-cut chances from 15 shots. That's a pretty good ratio, I'd like to think. I'm happy with that anyway. So, yeah, 3-0 for us today. Big performance. Oscar did so well. Now I'll praise the team. Very pleased with the result and, of course, the performance. But, again, it's similar team talks because we are winning a lot of games now and now we are getting the praise. But, yeah, it's interesting. I was really struggling. Like, what do you guys think about my tactics now? Do you think they're okay, or am I still bad tactically? I know I'm not the best, but I like to think I'm doing all right now. And here we get 200k from the Bertrand deal. He's played 60 league games now for Southampton, and Ivanovic signs for Los Angeles. So we'll get a bit of money there and also relieving his wages. Maybe we can sign someone in January, actually. I'll see how, yeah, the transfer budget is looking. Maybe we could approach someone on their contract as well. We'll just have to see who is available. And I have noticed Tottenham have started to slip up a little bit. You can see they're on the same points now. Manchester United have a chance to go top. So they might drop down a little bit. Maybe this is where Manchester United take over, but I can't imagine anyone else finishing in the 1st and 2nd positions. We've got to fight for 3rd. Just got to finish as high as possible, to be honest. 4th will be nice to still get Champions League, but yeah, to keep my job, I don't know. Yeah, how much do you think that we signed a new contract? How much that's going to, yeah, play a part in me keeping my job? Will it make a difference at all? If, like, because we're not going to win the Premier League, if we're being honest, unless they really drop off. That will be weird to see. Yeah, Manchester United and Tottenham at this point, if they start losing a lot of games, which is still possible. Anything is possible in football, but I mean, you can't really see it happening. But now we have a game against Sunderland, but Sunderland aren't doing poorly. They're 8th. They're doing alright. Sunderland would be happy. Considering how much points Sunderland are away from a Champions League or even just a Europa League position, that is massive for them. Because in this save right now, they're on good form and they're continuing that. They like beat Liverpool. So, yeah, come on, boys. Let's go in with this team. You can see it's a strong team now. The only player we're missing is Hazard, and he's going to be back in about 4 days. And then we have no players injured in the first team, at least. That is massive. Let's go. Okay, Fabregas with the corner. It's going to go back to him. Maybe Azpilicueta, he'll pass. No. Matic, Oscar, goal. Perfect start to the game. Actually, it's the first highlight. I didn't realize we were about 22 minutes into it, but really well done. When the corner came back initially from Fabregas, and then Matic got it to Oscar, and Oscar, he can't stop scoring, actually. Januzaj, Larson. Looking at the players Sunderland have, they're not terrible players. They're players that can do something on their day. And how does Ndong score there with a name like that and hair like that? He's got 8 finishing as well. Okay. That's worse than I would have thought. So yeah, most importantly that. Wow. How didn't Courtois save? I swear, man, the goalkeepers are still a bit skeptical at times, like how it just rebounded off of Courtois there. Maybe a bit unlucky because it went off the post, I think, into him. So take that, just put that down as an unlucky conceded goal for us. But again, Azpilicueta is having another poor game. He's making some errors. Like, it's not the first time. He has some poor games, actually. If an offer comes in for him, I'll consider it, really. Because the money we'd get for him, we could get a guy who would really perform better. I'm not really liking what he's done this season. He's had some nice games, but majority of games hasn't been that great. I'm far from pleased. Surely we need to turn this around in the second half against Sunderland. Okay, guys, come on. We need an early goal in this half. Pedro. Oh, Pinar clears. Gary Cahill wins the header, though. Oscar, can he do something? Kante. Azpilicueta needs to atone for his errors. Come on. Come on. There we go. We get the goal back to get the lead back. Pedro scores his 7th goal of the season. I've liked Pedro, actually. I wasn't sure about him. Like, he's a good player. I wasn't sure if he can score a high amount of goals this season, but for the position he's playing, obviously inside forward, I'm happy with the effort he's put in when he's came in when Hazard has been injured, of course. Oh, look at this! Watford 5-0 against Everton. Leighton Baines' own goal, so that's going to be depleting for Everton. They're one of those teams as well that were eventually going to move down. So maybe we'll just take Batu A off and we'll get about 5 minutes into Diego Costa, a little bit more match sharpness, and with the more match sharpness, he'll come off the pitch when we've won a game. Hopefully that can boost his confidence. Like, we're in the top 4 now. That's not underachieving for Chelsea, surely. Come on. Compared to last season, especially. Diego Costa. David Luiz. Just don't concede a late goal, please. Just maintain the possession. Like, it's interesting. Nothing really bad has happened, like a bad result, like that's made me really frustrated for a while now. And it feels good. I'm not getting frustrated at the game, and you guys are probably enjoying the videos more because of that. And we almost finished. That was another good chance we had, but it's just 2-1. Normally, Oscar would actually finish that. But yeah, I'll just say, yeah, it was still a good win. Not amazing performance. We still got the job done that we needed, though. We push up into 4th after everyone has played their game now, so no dangers of anyone overtaking us. So I'd like to think we can have Diego Costa back to normal now in terms of his morale, because yeah, we're in top 4 in a Champions League position right now with still a lot of games left. Oh, man, I say a lot of games left, but it's still going to be hard to even reach 2nd. Like, we're going to need Tottenham maybe to lose 5 or 6 games or something like that, and they've only lost 1 for the season. And I do get the point. Football Manager Quintero is on international duty. It says it like every single day, and it keeps saying it. That must be a bug as well. That's something you should report to the game. But anyway, pretty happy with that. Again, just showed you the table, but I'll show you again to round off the episode after 19 games. Who would have thought, though, maybe about 4 or 5 episodes ago, that we would be in this position and keeping my job, most definitely. So, yeah, Alessio pays tribute. See, I'm not doing any of those press conferences anymore. I feel as though, yeah, just they get repetitive after a while. Even in this year's game, they're nice if, I suppose, you like them. That's alright. They're not quite my thing, though, especially with recording videos as well. But we are heading towards the end of the year as well, so I will be on the lookout for some players that are running out their contract. If you know any players that will be good for Chelsea that I could approach to sign their contracts, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to smash the like button on the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.